Aries, welcome to Mantra Flower Tarot. This is going to be your weekly general read for the 12th through the 18th of September. If it does not resonate, please do not force it. Check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. If it doesn't resonate, usually it'll resonate within one of those. Also, even if it does resonate, it might be worth it to check those out because usually, they'll give you a way bigger or better overview of everything. I know for me, for my love, anything like that, I always see that Cancer resonates more, which is that's my moon sign. So, anyways, I read intuitively, Aries, and so what I'm going to be doing is the Celtic cross for you, and that's going to do your general read, and then we're going to clarify, and I will be interpreting my intuitive messages within that read. I also get messages sometimes throughout the readings, and so I'll definitely mention those if I do get some of those to come through. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I do want to remind you this is not a personal read, and so obviously it will not resonate with everyone. All right, Aries. In position 1, we have King of Cups here, okay? King of Cups is talking about you kind of being in your emotions, but you're staying very stoic. You're staying very balanced within those emotions. So I am immediately getting kind of more of, this is going to be more of an emotional read most likely, but it looks like you're holding everything together. You're staying strong, even though you're having a lot of emotions come through for you. In our second position, we have Eight of Wands. So this is going to be your challenge position. What I'm getting is that it's a challenge to have some kind of communication come through. You're looking or wanting something to happen to come through for you, and it just hasn't really come through. And that might be why you're in this kind of really roller coaster. I'm getting a feel of roller coaster emotions. And it's probably just because you're waiting on that message to come through. And so that's your challenge. In your position 3, we have what you need to focus on, and it's about not being perfect, okay? So we have the 7 of Pentacles here, and it was in reverse. And so stop trying to perfect everything. Stop trying to perfect whatever you're doing, your skill set, or perfect whatever it is that you're trying to get or do to get this communication to come through. Sometimes it's not our fault, okay? Sometimes we cannot change the outcome. We cannot change what happens. Other people have to make decisions as well. And unfortunately, what they do may not be what you want, but there sometimes is nothing that you can do anymore to create a certain desired outcome. In our position 4, we have, beautiful, the 5 of Swords reversed. So this card to me, 5 of Swords upright to me is always about almost giving up, calling it quits. Okay, we battled and you guys lost, now you're walking away. But it's not like a happy victory. And so because it's in reverse, what I'm getting is that there's something that you kept persistently trying to do in your recent past. You were very tenacious about it, very persistent, very motivated to make it happen. You were not willing to give up. Although it did not feel good to keep striving for it, you would not give up. It's I'm not going to lose. You're not going to you're not going to let this happen. This is not the outcome I want, so I'm going to fight for the one that I do want, even if it hurts me, right? So in our position 5, we now have strength, and that is the 7 of Wands reversed. The strength is being able, so I want you to just look at that. They're telling me to make sure you see that. That's in the upright position, okay? It came out reversed. Upright, the 7 of Wands is about defending something, okay? Fighting for something, standing your ground. In the reverse position, for it being your strength, you have the strength to move on from this. That is the message I'm receiving. I typically don't read the strength position in that way, but what I'm getting to read it as is that you literally have the strength to move on from this situation. You have the ability to do this. You can be fine. You will be fine. Everything's going to turn out okay. But you have to almost surrender. That's the message I'm getting here, is surrender. You need to release it. Stop fighting for it. Stop standing your ground. You have the strength to walk away from this. And you may not realize that you do. In our, look at that. In our near future position, we have the Ten of Swords reversed. Again, I'm getting more of a feeling of like, you know, you need to let go and let it die, but you're not willing to let it die. You want to keep fighting for it. And it's not doing you any good to keep fighting for it, but you want to keep fighting for it. You're not ready to release it. You're not ready to give it up. You're like, nope, I'm going to keep doing this, even if it sucks, even if it hurts me. I'm going to just keep doing it because this is what I know I want. And Aries, man, you guys have that. When you get a goal in your mind, it is like a target, okay? You do not lose sight of your target. But sometimes that can hurt us. And sometimes when we get too focused, we don't realize it's not something we actually want because we convinced ourselves already that we do want it and we're not going to give up until we get it, okay? So in the near future, I'm getting that you really need to allow something to die. You need to allow it to release. You need to move on from it. I am getting more of an I usually get career reads, honestly, but I'm getting more of like this is an emotional thing. This is love. Even though there's no cups here, there's a lot of wands for action, and we're getting some swords now, which is more of your mental clarity. Okay, so it's like you need to just come to ideas, come to terms, release this. Okay, let it go. In our advice card, we have the Emperor in reverse. This is letting me know the advice to you is that you're not acting within your power. So the advice is, well, there's like two messages. Okay, so the first message I'm getting is that a small few of you are not acting in your emperor power, and the advice is to recognize that you're not, because you may not see that you're not. You're not seeing your own confidence, you're not seeing your own willpower, you're not seeing your own value and worth within a situation. And so your advice is to recognize that. For the majority of you, I'm getting that you are controlling this situation way too much. And that's what's not allowing you to release it. You have such a tight grip and control over it. You refuse to release it. You refuse to release your control and allow the universe to remove the situation from your energy or to take you out of the situation completely. So it's time to, the advice is to loosen up that control, release it, okay? In our next position, number 8 here, we have the Seven of Swords reversed. This is the position of something that you're, like what you're not seeing. And what you're not seeing is that, I'm sorry, it's not funny, okay? Upright, this card is typically for me is like, you know, it's not only looking back on the past, but it's more of like trying to get all your eggs in one bucket, even though like it's just impossible. It's not gonna work. So it's like trying to make a situation that does not work, trying to make it work. When you know it doesn't work, it will never work. And that's why there's always two swords left behind, because there's no way in this situation it's ever going to work. So in reverse, it's letting me know that you're not seeing that. You're seeing more like, I'm gonna force this. I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make that happen. But what you're not seeing is that whatever the situation is, you're not seeing that it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna continue to favor you. It's not worth fighting for anymore at this point, and it's time to release that. A lot of this is going to be mentally. So physically, you might have left a situation. You might have, already removed yourself from it, but it's like mentally, you're still hung up on it. You're still stuck on it. And you're not seeing that, like, no matter what you would have done, there's no point in looking in the past, because no matter what you would have done, it just would not have worked. Okay. In our next position, number 9, we have our hopes and fears. What I'm getting here, so this is the Ten of Wands reversed. Ten of Wands talks about burdens, okay? Taking on extra responsibilities, taking on extra challenges and different burdens. And so what I'm getting from this card, with it being in the reversed and in the position that it's in, you're kind of hoping that you don't have to carry this burden anymore. Whatever situation that you're going through, you're really hoping that, like, oh, When can I let this go? When can I get away from all these burdens? When can I release this? I'm kind of over it, but I'm still stuck in this situation. So you're really hoping that you can finally like take a rest and stop working so hard. But you're working so hard because you're fighting the universe. You're fighting for something that the universe is trying to take away from you. It's trying to protect you from it. It's trying to remove you from that situation. And you're fighting that. And that's why it feels like you have so many burdens. And you're really hoping that you can release those burdens. Your burdens are self imposed, essentially. Sorry if this is a little harsh for some of you. I'm really good at saying the messages kind of how they come to me. If I try to sugarcoat them or make them sweet, it's not going to come out the way that you need to hear it. Okay. In the last position here, for our position 10, which is your potential outcome, we have Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles usually talks about choices, decisions, trying to really figure out, like, what do I want to do? Do I want to go left or right? Do I need to go backwards or forwards? Really trying to figure out what is there and how to move forward or make a decision. Intuitively, what I'm receiving, because this is in your potential outcome, I'm getting that. I don't know why I'm getting June, but I'm also getting November. But more likely November, you're gonna start to see that, like, you do need to make a decision here. You do need to release something, or at least look at it a little bit differently and really weigh your options here and figure out, like, is this helping me or is this hurting me? You're gonna have to see that. And I'm really drawn to the waves in the back here. So it's from the boat, but they're telling me to really look at those waves in the back here. And to me, like, the water is always emotions. It's always flowing. And so it's like your emotions right now are, like I started off saying, it's almost like an emotional roller coaster. You're gonna have to make a decision. Do I stay on that roller coaster or do I leave it and go onto solid ground? Okay. Now, we are going to clarify these. Although I read it intuitively, sometimes it's always good to clarify just to make sure those messages came through correctly. And so we're going to clarify. All right, we're going to just set this one over here while we are clarifying. Please clarify King of Cups for our Aries for September. Please clarify King of Cups for Aries. Please clarify King of Cups for Aries. Please clarify the King of Cups for Aries. Ooh, this one, just so you know, the Ace of Wands did flip out and then it wanted to go right back in. Please clarify Cups. Oh, perfect. Clarified by the Ace of Wands. New beginnings, new starts. You need to take your emotions elsewhere. Although you're finding a really good way in your present energy to look like you're okay on the outside, even though it might be a little crazy on the inside, it's being clarified with this new cup, because it's almost like you're trying to stay face on the outside so that you can make whatever you're trying to make happen. It's like, I know if I let my emotions out, this love is never going to happen. It's never going to come in the way I want it to. The situation is not going to work out. So I almost have to stay in my mask. I have to stay with this straight face and not let anyone see, so that it can pan out in my way. Because if I get too emotional, things are going to get hectic. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting from that. Clarify the Eight of Wands. Please clarify Eight of Wands. Okay, we're being clarified by the Four of Cups. So it's almost like you're waiting for this message. You're just sitting around waiting. You're not really taking on anything else emotionally. You're constantly thinking about it. I mean, look at her face. It's like she doesn't even see this cup being offered right here. She's not even paying attention to it because she's so focused on, like, these cups. And it's like, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to keep waiting until this message comes through. I know it's coming. I'm going to wait for it. I'm gonna reject anything else that comes toward me. I'm just gonna wait for this message. That's literally what I'm getting from it. So pretty much how I intuitively was reading it. You're sitting around waiting for this message to come in, and that's why you're trying to keep your emotions in check, because it hasn't come in yet. But you're like, I could go emotionally crazy right now waiting for it, but I need to stay in a good spot. I need to not show all my emotions, not freak out, not go crazy. You're trying really hard and you're doing a great job at tempering your emotions right now. Please clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Please clarify Eight of Pentacles in reverse for Aries. Please clarify Eight of Pentacles. So we got 3 that popped out, only 1 turned over. This deck, I don't read it in reversals, just so you know. So we have the Queen of Cups. So again, it's almost like stop trying to perfect everything. Surrender to yourself. Surrender to your emotions. Surrender to the situation. And when I say surrender to your emotions, I'm not saying like what you're doing here is wrong, where you're putting on that kind of stoic mask and you're maintaining all your emotions on the inside. This is about internally. Queens are all about internal, okay? So she's saying internally, you need to release your emotions, you need to explore them, you need to know what you're really feeling, what you're waiting on, and then surrender to the divine. And what I'm really being told to focus on, I don't know if you see it there, but she's got like it looks like a crown floating above her, but it's really water. Okay? I don't know how well you can see that. It's really water. And it looks like a crown though. So it's almost like when you're finally able to go within and really surrender to those emotions, you're going to wear them like a crown instead of hiding from them and trying to prevent them from coming out. You're going to be in such a high vibration and energy, and you're going to just feel at peace. You're going to feel at ease. That seems like a crazy, thought from where you're at right now. I can see that, but so it's saying, it is confirming you need to focus less on trying to perfect whatever it is that you're going through, and that you're not going to be able to focus solely on perfection here. You need to go within, okay? Stop trying to perfect the outside, go within. Please clarify Five of Swords in reverse. Please clarify the Five of Swords in reverse for Aries. Five of Swords in reverse for Aries. Five of Swords in reverse for Aries. Thank you. Empress. The Empress is clarifying the Five of Swords. So there was a situation that you really thought was going to lead to this beautiful outcome, this beautiful future. Again, this is your past position. You were looking at this situation and you're like, it's going to be everything that I've ever wanted. If you see, she's very pregnant in the belly. That's new beginnings. That's talking about a new start, a happily ever after almost. But the being fertile, being fertile within whatever situation you're in, and you were ready to fight for that. You were not giving up on that, and that's a beautiful energy to feel and to be in. And I can see why you wouldn't want to give up on that and why you would keep fighting for it, because it is in the past situation, and your present and advice and everything is talking about releasing it. I'm going to assume that it didn't turn out the way it was supposed to be. That Empress energy really wasn't Empress energy, okay? It just felt that way, but you fought for it, which any person would. Please clarify the Seven of Wands in reverse. Please clarify Seven of Wands. Thank you. We have the Queen of Wands, clarifying the Seven Wands in reverse, okay? So again, coming into your strength. Stop fighting. You have the strength to walk away. This is, and it's funny because when I was intuitively reading this position, it was like I don't read the strength position in the way that I usually do. What I was getting is you have the strength to walk away, and that you need to realize that you're more confident, like be more self-assured, and that's what the Queen of Wands is talking about. The Queen of Wands is super confident, very self-assured. She is like ready to take action. She doesn't put up with no one's BS, and she is happy about it. It's not angry. It's not like, rude. It's just, I'm so happy and I'm so confident and I love myself so much. I will not put up with anything less than. Okay. So again, that's your challenge position. You got to find your self-worth. You got to find your confidence again. You got to regain that internal power. Okay. Coming back to that. Please clarify the 10. Please clarify the Ten of Swords in reverse. Please clarify Ten of Swords in reverse. Please clarify Ten of Swords in reverse for Aries. Thank you. Flying all over the page. Please. We have the Page of Wands clarifying the 10 in reverse. Okay, again, this is your near future. And so the Page of Wands, again, is talking about going forward, going on a new journey, moving on, taking action in a new direction. You may not know. She's very enthusiastic about it because she has no idea where she's going. She just kind of knows she's going. All right. She's got no sense of direction really, but she knows she's going in a new direction. She's going on a journey. So again, in the near future, you need to realize that it's time to put an end to something, move in a new direction. Okay. Please clarify the Emperor in reverse. Too many cards. Please just give me one. Please clarify the Emperor in reverse. Please clarify the Emperor in reverse. I don't know why, but a red car is just popped into my mind. I got like a strong image of like this red car, almost like a sports car. So maybe there's an Aries out there that has a car like that. If so, and that resonates, it just means, hey, like pay close attention, because this definitely might be your message right here. If you don't have a red car and it doesn't resonate, doesn't mean it's not for you. Just means that person needs to pay good attention. You know, that something in here might be for them. Please clarify the Emperor. Please clarify the Emperor. Please clarify the Emperor. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. To clarify the Emperor, we have Two of Wands. Again, we're talking about a new journey. Okay. And what did I say? The Emperor in reverse was about majority of you are holding on to your control. You're having too much control over this situation, and that's why you're not able to release it. So Two of Wands is clarifying that, saying, hey, yeah, you need to look elsewhere. It's time to travel. It's time to go into a different direction. If you see, almost like the Page of Wands, she's not sure where she's going, but she knows she's going somewhere, and it's not where she's at. Okay, she's ready. She's waiting and she's ready. It's time to move. It's time to go. So it's time to release control. You might be going into the unknown and you've been fighting that. It's time to go. It's time to release that control and move forward. Please clarify the Seven of Swords in reverse. Please clarify Seven of Swords in reverse. Please clarify the Seven of Swords in reverse. Please clarify Seven of Swords in reverse. Please clarify Seven of Swords in reverse. This one's really wanting to come out. We have the King of Swords. Okay, Queens are usually internal. Kings, you guessed it, are external. Okay, this is what you're not seeing position, and the intuitive message that I had gotten from the Seven of Swords in reverse is like, hey, no matter what you do, that situation will not be what you want it to be. It's time to stop looking back. It's time to move forward. Okay, and the King of Swords is talking about he's more of like a strategic person. Okay, he's really strategic about his communication. He's really on point when it comes to having a plan in place and moving forward. And so what it's really letting me know is I'm getting a couple different stories, and so I'm trying to like make sure I'm pulling them in correctly, like not mixing them and separating them properly. So for some of you, it is about like, don't look backwards anymore. Instead, you need to create like a strategy or a plan, and that's going to help you move forward. That's what you're not seeing, is that it's time to like pull out a piece of paper, pull out a pencil, write down where you want to be and what you want in your life, and start creating a plan from that. Okay, the more you write it down, the more you plan it, the more you have an idea, the easier it's going to be to move forward and to stop coming back to this. And again, it's all about your thoughts. It's all in your head, because there's a lot of swords here. So it's letting me know you may not physically be in this situation anymore, but mentally you are. You're not mentally moved past it. Okay, so write down where you want to be, and that's going to help you move and take action there. Write down a strategy of how you're going to make that happen. For the other half of you, what I'm getting is like, it's time to put down the swords. And it's almost the same kind of message, but in a different way, because here, he's trying to carry all of his swords. Okay, he's coming in, he's trying to carry all these swords, and he's like, dang, like I can't get them all in my arms. I'm leaving some of them behind, but I'm trying to get all of them. And so that's kind of like your thoughts, is like you're trying to, you're overthinking everything, and this is letting you know, like, stop trying to carry all your swords, stop trying to carry all these burdens, all these thoughts, all these ideas. And the King of Swords, if you see his sword off to the left here, or I guess you're right, it's down. Okay, he doesn't have his sword up, and look at how at peace he is. He's in nature, and it's like he's feeling like, I'm getting, I don't know why, but I'm getting such a feeling of like breathing in like that cold, crispy, fresh air, and like letting that revitalize you so that you can clear your mind. And so, what you're not seeing for some of you, it's time to clear your mind. It's time to let go of all of these negative thoughts, all of these thoughts that are creating cycles. That you, like you're stuck in your thoughts and you're overthinking. It's time to release those thoughts. Find something to do that's going to allow them to go away. Spending time in nature. I'm getting something strong with just like a minty, cool, fresh air, and like that's like revitalizing. Like maybe you need to go somewhere cold and kind of tame that fire within. It's ironic to say that because you guys are Aries, okay? But that's what I'm getting there. Those are the two stories I'm getting there, okay? Please clarify the Ten of Wands in reverse. Please clarify Ten of Wands in reverse. Clarify Ten of Wands in reverse. Clarify Ten of Wands in reverse. Thank you. For Ten of Wands in reverse, we have the Three of Wands being clarified. Okay, so again, this is like you're really hoping that you can just move forward into this new beautiful future. Again, she doesn't really know where she's going. She just knows that she's going to take action. And that's what you're hoping, is that you can take action to the future. You can take action to like an adventure, a new journey. And you're fearing being held back by all these burdens that you've created for yourself, whether they're additional responsibilities, which I am picking up more responsibilities because they are in wands. So I'm feeling more of like you've created a whole situation here that's now burdening you. And it's time to like let those burdens go and see what else there is out there for you. That's what you're hoping for. Please clarify Two of Pentacles. Please clarify Two of Pentacles for Aries. Please clarify the Two of Pentacles for Aries. Please clarify the Two of Pentacles for Aries. Thank you. Got this one. Five of Pentacles is clarifying the Two of Pentacles, okay? This is your potential outcome. Five of Pentacles is all about being trapped, okay? She's locked behind this big old door. But if you see here, the key is right there. She could get out. It's not really locked. She has the key to get out. She's stuck in her thoughts. She's stuck in her ideas. Okay? So the Two of Pentacles, I had highlighted the waves. You're on an emotional roller coaster. You have to make a decision to get out of those waves. You're not trapped in that emotional roller coaster at all. You are not trapped in it. Okay, Aries? You have a way out. We all have choices. We are never trapped in a situation. We create the trap by overthinking, like, well, if I do this, then this will happen, and they'll feel that way, and they'll do that, and then they'll think this way. But at the end of the day, you need to focus on how you're going to feel, how you're going to think. What are you going to do? We cannot control other people, okay? So we always have a choice. We are never trapped. I really feel an emphasis to say that. We are never trapped, Aries. There is always a way out. We trap ourselves by being too concerned about what other people are going to think about and how they're going to feel. Each person is on their own journey. It's their responsibility to handle that journey. All you can do is handle your own journey. Okay? Let's do a clarifying card, or a clarifying oracle card here. This would be a great time, Aries, if you're still here and watching and this is resonating, please make sure you do hit that like button. It does extremely help the video get out. and for people to see it and get the same message if they need it. Also, feel free to hit that subscribe button if you want to make sure that you do not miss another video when I upload them. I'll probably be doing a love reading sometime later in the week for you as well, Aries. But I just wanted to start off by doing the weekly reads. Please give me an oracle card for Aries, the 12th through the 18th of September. Please give me an oracle card for Aries. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to read from the book for this one. Oh, look at that. We got fertility. Fertility is the equivalent card for the Empress, okay? Within like the traditional tarot deck, that would be the Empress card, just so you know. Okay. Through this card, the manifestations of growth is on the horizon. You're the creator, and the seeds that have been planted in the past, whether they were happiness, comfort, abundance, prosperity, family, children, ideas, or even thoughts, are now ready to give birth into your world. Be patient as you watch your seeds take root and grow. Nurture them as they become strong and healthy. Open yourself to the life force of the universe. This card also represents femininity in Mother Earth, who is calling to you. The arms of her beauty are reaching out. She wants to embrace you on her seashores, mountains, forests, and gardens. Go to her and meet her halfway. Acknowledge that the same energy that makes up heaven's, earth, plants, animals, and mineral kingdom is also part of you. Start nurturing yourself and infuse your soul with love and compassion. Soon others will see and feel your devotion. As you interact with others around you, now or even if you're in the midst of solving a problem, use gentle care and kindness as you handle such situations. This isn't a time for you to be inconsiderate, possessive, domineering, forceful, or pushy. Act from the loving space of your heart center. The benevolent energy resides there will assist you in making sacrifices in order to care for and help others as well as yourself. So this does let me know, again, you might want to start working on some grounding, Aries. You might want to ground yourself a little bit better to help you get out of the situation and see a way forward. That is all I have for you, Aries. Thank you so much for coming. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time. Bye.